This is Duke University.
I had a great mentor, totally by luck. When I was choosing graduate school, I was extremely ignorant about the process. I wasn't even a biologist. I had majored in math and art. I knew nothing about the biology world, knew nothing about the graduate school world. I hadn't even read the papers that potential advisors had sent to me to think about what field I wanted to be in. I did it very much on a gut. And by good luck, I found a wonderful person, which I really needed. At that time, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know if I even wanted to be in graduate school. I had left a job as a freelance carpenter, and as a kindergarten teacher, and as a dance teacher, and a number of other things where the idea of a long-term professional future was not something I'd really considered. Even a year into graduate school, I still had no idea that I would actually stay. And so my advisor, he was just the gentlest of people. To give you an idea, 2 days before I was supposed to show up for graduate school, I called him and said, I'm not coming. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like coming. And he accepted that, and I didn't come for a year. I lost a first-year fellowship that I would have gotten, but he worked to actually get me that fellowship again the next year. He was then very understanding when I showed up the next year and did hardly any work, but instead was drawing pictures of insects on the lawn, playing video games on his computers, and exploring the new internet on his computers while he was watching. I was useless. But he was very gentle about it, and very kind, extremely knowledgeable, and knew everybody in the field because he was so good-natured, and so I was able to start meeting all sorts of interesting folks out there. And he was patient and very much went to bat for me. I more or less failed my version of the preliminary exam when I was in graduate school, and he went to the committee at the end of the exam and said that he would be responsible for it, that he would just take care of me, and even though I had more or less failed, he would make sure that I would continue on to do well, and they agreed to this, that now I was sort of his problem. He took a big gamble, and in the end, it worked out. I did well in the end. But he saw in me something that at that time I did not see in myself. He saw that I could actually be a good scientist, that I could be a stable, contributing, accomplished, professional, when at that time I wasn't sure I could do anything. So he had this little image in his mind of what I could be, and sort of believed in that and moved me in that direction. And so he's very much been a role model for how I approach graduate mentoring now. Without him, I can't imagine I would have ever been where I am now.